Hello and welcome back. And in this video, I'm going to be saving you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on wasted money towards gear that you don't even need, and even more importantly, saving you heartache, the time and the energy of getting the things that are wrong or not setting them up correctly. So let's get into the actual things that I personally recommend towards getting started in iPhone video. The very first thing you should even consider purchasing is a microphone. Now there are tons of options for microphones. First thing you should get, just a basic one that plugs in. Make sure that you download down to the side or possibly down below to this video on the full list with all of the links directly to Amazon. But this one right here is about $25, and this already has the lightning adapter already plugged into it, so you don't need to get any adapters or dongles or anything like that. This one just clips right here onto here, just like the one I'm using right now, which I'll get into, and then it plugs right into your phone. What I love about this is that it's about 7 feet long, so you have the ability to back at least about 7 feet away from the phone itself without getting snagged or tugged on this. So it's something to keep in mind. This is a great one to start. The second one I would recommend doing, if you are going to be doing something a little bit more you turn around or you move around a little bit, I would actually recommend right from there going directly to the Rode Wireless Go. Now there's two versions of it, the Rode Wireless Go 1 and the Rode Wireless Go 2. There's two main differences between the two. Number one is you get two of them. So you get this one and the one that I'm actually wearing right now. So if you're going to be doing interviews with multiple people, it's good to get the second version of it. The other option, the other reason why I do like the two over the one is that the receiver actually has a digital output. So you could plug it directly into your computer via USB-C and bypass the little audio headphone jack. So you could plug it right into your computer. I've used it for my Zoom meetings or anything like that. It's a great option if you're going to be walking around for there. So the Rode Wireless Go is my second recommendation on there. The third one, if you are getting the Rode Wireless Go, I would recommend also, and I personally am wearing right now, a additional lapel microphone that plugs into the Rode Wireless Go receiver, because I personally don't really like the Rode Wireless Go sticking out like this. I think it's a little bit more noticeable, but also I do like the sound quality when you use this omnidirectional mic right here. So you could get this one. This is just a Rode lapel mic that plugs directly into here. All the links are in that downloadable thing right there. Once you get microphones out of the way, then the next step is lighting. Now, I'm using most of my lighting here, so what I'm going to be doing is overlaying some of them here. The very first thing I would personally recommend getting for lighting is actually what's right behind me right now, which is doing the red, which is a simplistic little, it's called an RGB light. Now this can change different colors. So if you want to change to a blue, or if you want it to go to a different color, you can change it to whatever color you want. You could even have it as a regular bright white light in case you want to do fill lighting, or if it's the only light you got. Totally cool. So the RGB light, just like this one. The next thing I would recommend getting is a ring light that I'm actually using right now for the making of this video. So what I'm going to do right now is overlay an image of what this one actually looks like. This one is by Neewer. It's my personal favorite one. The reason why I have this one, it's about 18 inches, is because it can fit either a phone, or what I also use it for is a DSLR camera. It is also brighter and it does have a dimmer switch. So you have the ability to put exactly the amount of light that you need for that particular shot. I personally love this one. It's one of my favorite and most used light setups. The next one, in case you have a desk setup, a permanent desk setup that you're going to be using the same area, the same time always, is this next one. It is also by a Neewer, and this is just a flat panel light like so. It's about, I think, like 14 inches wide. It comes in a 2-pack, and it also comes with clamps that clamp on your desk so you can put it over your computer, which I actually have one right now. I took it out so that way you can see it on this video. That is my next one for a permanent desk setup. Now, if you are totally advanced and you want to have something that's a little bit more cinematic quality, or in my personal opinion on what I like to use this for, is if you're going to batch shoot indoor material and you want it to look a little bit more professional, I would recommend going with the Godox SL60W. This is a 60 watt that you can pair with this Godox softbox. This opens up and this has a reflective and a diffuser that can go in the middle here. So it gives you a much higher quality image and a much higher quality cinematic feel. But again, this is a 1% of 1% use cases. I would highly recommend starting first with the RGB light behind me here, as well as the 18-inch Neewer ring light in there. Now, once you get a hold of all of your lighting and everything like that, the next thing you need to take care of is what's going to hold your phone. What's going to be the stabilizer? The very first one I would highly recommend you look into is portability minded. It's all about a mini tripod, because if it's too big, you're not going to want to take it with you. So let me grab you my absolute favorite one. So this one is a Manfrotto mini tripod. You see how tiny this is? You could fit it in your pocket, you could put it in a slip of a backpack or even your briefcase. I take this with me everywhere because it's so small, it doesn't take up much room at all. I do also have a quick clip for my tripod in here to use, that I use on my phone as well as my camera, so that way I don't have to screw on every single time I want to use it. This is highly, highly effective, and this is so small that it's not a little bit of extra room. Now, if you use this and you figure out that you want a little bit larger of a size in case you're shooting outdoors or anything like that, my next recommendation, this one. Now, this one you can extend these legs quite significantly, as well as you can extend this little size here. So it comes all the way up to here. So this gets up to 77 inches tall, which is over 6 feet. Now that is plenty of room if you're just gonna be standing out in the middle of a park or standing in a parking lot or anything like that, and you don't have anything to set your stand up on. But this would be my highest recommendation for ones that you're taking out into the field. But what I personally find myself using more than anything is this one, because I can always find a little location, whether it's a counter or something like that, that I can set this on, and it's so small, I always take it with me. Now, let's get into the accessories that inevitably you're gonna have to get. The most important one that you're gonna wanna get right away is this little guy right here. Let's see if I can hold this up. This is the lightning adapter that takes your the headphone jack. It's called a TRRS connector. It plugs into here that allows you to plug it into your phone. Now, be very careful on which one you're gonna plug in, because there are different types of connectors. I'll show you exactly what I mean. One is the TRRS, hold on, connector. It's this one here. If you can see the 3 lines on here, that's a TRRS connector versus a TRS connector, which only has the 2 black lines. It seems kind of, whatever. It's a big difference on plugging into the phone. If you only have the 2 lines of the TRS and you plug it into this little adapter, it will not work in your iPhone. It must be one of these 3-line TRRS connectors, so just make sure you have one of those. Now, if it's only a TRS, what you can use is this little guy here. Again, all of the links to Amazon will be there. This is where you plug in the little 2 lines, and it comes out with 3 lines right here, if you can see. This one right here is that little adapter here. Now, if you're going to be using the Rode Wireless Go, what you're gonna need, because, it's totally weird, but the TRS is the only thing that can plug into here. So what you can do is get this little TRS to TRRS adapter. So you plug this side into your Rode Wireless Go. So you plug this end into your phone adapter, And this is exactly what I have set up on my phone right now, because yes, I am recording this entire thing on my phone, but using the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone setup. So that's how you set this one up in order to hook up into the phone. Now, let's get into my absolutely favorite and most used accessory, and that is the Quick Connect. I already kind of mentioned it a little bit on this tripod. This is this Quick Connect adapter. Now, I usually use this for my phone, but I also have on my camera this setup here. So all you do is it clicks in and it holds onto the phone. You don't have to screw on everything, and then all you do, press and take it off. This allows me to really quickly and easily switch items on my tripods or anything that I'm setting them on, because trust me, any few seconds you can save during a video shoot is a tremendous amount of stress off of your plate. So I hope these were helpful to go over exactly kind of what I personally recommend, what I personally use, and in what order I would get them. Start with the microphones, move to the lighting, then get some stabilization, and then start getting the accessories just to make things better. Start on the lower end of the cost spectrum and then prove to yourself that it's worth actually investing. The first expensive item I would recommend purchasing is the Rode Wireless Go, only because it is so freeing to be able to move around, do interviews, and not have to worry about the sound quality. But I hope this was helpful. I hope you're successful, and I'll see you on the next one.